I feel like so many people who are constantly like in that left brain, it's so hard for them to just like literally, connect back into their heart. So I guess what are some of the practice that you do to get you back into that creative flow and that ease for you to create?
Yeah, great question. I think one is to, I think there's seasons in life, and I have seasons. The last 9 months of my life have been the most intense explosion, blow up, fireworks, like
Oh my goodness.
rebuilding of my life, ended a marriage, like met my person, like it like ended everything that came along with a 10-year relationship, which was, there was a lot to move through there, and then starting something new while going through the process of like fully like it's been a lot. And so I feel like, just as an example, these last 9 months for me haven't been as much about like, what am I creating? They've been
Mm,
more about like, first, and I had an author tell me this like way back when I was living in New York City and I wanted to write a book but wasn't writing yet. And he was
hmm.
like, you are writing the book because you're living the book.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's seasons when I'm living the material and
Hmm.
I'm not yet ready to like channel or alchemize or turn them into a creation of some form. And so I feel
Mm,
like this, like, in that, what's interesting is that in that, sometimes there's a lot of dis-ease. There's a lot of
hmm.
tension. There's a lot of discomfort. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of like, like, and I've been, rather than like resisting that, trying to jump past the stage of discomfort,
Hmm.
I'm just learning to actually like surrender and like find ease in the discomfort.
It's almost like finding ease in the dis-ease even.
Yes, exactly.
Uh, oh,
So I feel like,
wow.
and then once I like settle a little bit, even in the discomfort, it's like, ooh, okay, like how can I, then again, it's like, it's all material. So if I'm
Hmm.
feeling discomfort, like I don't know, what can be expressed from that place? What story can I tell? What piece of art can I make? What reminder can I give myself?
Hmm.
Um, I haven't, to be honest, like there's stages where like everything that I'm feeling, and people tell me this all the time, like, well, I'm stuck in this painting. I was like, okay, well, what's your painting that expresses the feeling of being stuck? You
Ah,
know,
okay. So literally taking them through and
use the
being
feeling
okay,
as like, or like
a
I'm
launching point.
or like I'm like so like a writer, I'm just like, my perfectionist is so overwhelming right now and I'm not able to write the piece. I'm like, okay, write a letter to your perfectionist, have your perfectionist write a letter to you, or like write a story about the perfectionist.
Oh, I wish I heard this a couple months ago when I was finishing my book.
Mm,
Thank you, Amber.
of course. So it's like
Wow.
using the like everything that we're going through. And I find this all the time. Like, I'm starting to write my third book and I was
Hmm.
like, I'm staring at the page. I've been staring at a page for 3 weeks and I don't know what to say. And finally I wrote down, I've been staring at a blank page for 3 weeks because I don't know what to say, because I'm
Mm.
afraid to get my truth out, because I'm afraid people are going to judge my truth. And then all of a sudden it was like, and then I was in like the most intense flow state I've ever experienced.
Wow. So literally using that as prompts. So
Yes.
using the actual thing that's like holding you back and kind of guiding you as you're writing those prompts to get into a flow state. I
Yes,
love
like
that.
verbalize it, because
Hmm.
oftentimes like actually like that's intensely relatable
Hmm.
and human. And so it's like, if someone like, you can start something with, and there's a time and place for this in writing, for the perfect sentence that like
Hmm.
draws you, and it's like, oh my, oh, I found that perfect sentence. And then there's
Right.
like other times where it's like, whoa, like she's like
Hmm.
a difficult headspace and she's like struggling to like see herself because she's afraid of how other people are going to perceive her. I can relate
Hmm.
to that shit,
Hmm.
and
And
so
that shit
it's
is
like,
that it's juicy.
yeah, it's juicy.
Juicy.
So it's like let the juice come out by like authentically expressing what your actual experience is. And actually Julia Cameron talks about this in The Artist's Way. Her quote is
Hmm.
like, eavesdrop, don't invent.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's like, we're like in invention, we're trying to invent like the perfect sentence, the perfect painting, the like perfect joke. We're like reaching and striving for the creativity rather than just like eavesdropping and listening on our actual experience, or like
Oh,
eavesdropping. Like I'll be in a cafe and I'll hear someone say something. I'm like, oh my God, like, and then it's like something to start. So it's just like the like art of, so I'd say the other thing is just like listen,
mm,
like listen to what's occurring within you, listen to the sounds of nature, listen to like a random thing you hear while walking down the street, like listen for what creates that sense of goosebumps.
See you next time at the Brave Table.